everybody, I'm Aunt Ginger. This is what to play
You shouldn't
next.
say that.
We're at Tommen's feast.
Why not?
I found some HBO
Mirror.
backstory. It was before
Found the
live action was
inside.
big, so like nobody has it. I figured I'd put it up.
What are you doing here?
I have to get in there, Sarah. I know I'm not supposed to attend, but
Then you know Lady Marjorie doesn't want to see you. What could be so important?
I need to speak with Lords Morgrin and Andros. One of them might be working against my family.
Doing what?
If I
Oh, you
knew
wanna
that,
get married.
I wouldn't be here.
Lady Marjorie would be furious, Mira. I can't. I'm sorry. I want to help you, but I can't risk it.
I'll take the blame. You can tell Marjorie I snuck in and you tried to stop me.
She's already thinking about replacing you. Are you sure you want to risk it?
I have to.
All right. You owe me for this. She's with me. We'll stay out of trouble. I promise. Feels a bit strange to celebrate, doesn't it? Not so long ago, King Joffrey sat on the Iron Throne.
Tommen is our king now.
Long may he reign.
Kind of amazed
Sarah.
that he just married, you know.
I was worried you'd run off with your friend there.
And what if I did?
I'm not sure I could blame you.
This is Lady Mira Forrester. Mira, Lord Garibald Tarwick.
She's quite lovely. Where have you been hiding her?
You're making her blush.
You flatter me. Sarah's lovelier than us all.
I won't argue there. It's quite a feast, isn't it? Just be careful around the wine. Though I hear you don't partake yourself. It's easy to forget. Nothing you do in King's Landing goes unnoticed. Drink too much once and you're forever the drunken fool. Talk to the wrong people and...
Lord Tarwick!
Oh no.
What was that about?
Nothing. That subject isn't fit for your delicate ears anyway.
My ears are not delicate.
Of course they are. Look how tiny they are. Little lobes.
Stop it.
What?
I mean it. Someone caught your eye, Mira?
My apologies. I just noticed Lords Andros and Morgrin over there.
What a shame. Ruining a perfectly good afternoon with that nonsense.
Perhaps someone should encourage them to argue elsewhere. If you'll excuse me.
This reminds me of the tourney at Lannisport. You wouldn't believe it,
You told me this story.
but you would have loved it. We danced all evening, drank wine from our helmets.
That is it!
It's virtual,
Andros,
but I'm
you're
trying to
being
see if I
ridiculous.
recognize anybody. Let's go eavesdrop on them.
It is a lot, but I know how to spend it. But how do you manage it? Lord Whitefield trusts me above all others. That's why I'm the only one he's willing to work with. Oh, exclusive deal. How good for you, Andros.
Okay, so
Well,
Andros works
I've
for
got my
White House.
family to consider. When's the last time?
What else? Buy the wine.
I recognize that wine.
you ever stop dealing ironwood?
Is there no longer a demand?
I can't imagine that would be the case.
No need for such wild speculation. I've simply lost interest. I'm moving on to better things, as they say.
He's gonna ditch on me? That's rough. He's where I'm getting the money from for my family. I need some
I'm not
soldiers.
giving away my secrets.
We were under the Starks, so like we're up a creek. Because Cersei, you know, cracked down.
I heard he was killed. Right here in the garden.
Well,
Wasn't he a Lannister?
One of their guard, but still.
Well, surely they found who did it.
No, they haven't caught him yet. Not for love of effort.
I capped a guard, but they still apparently think it's a dude that did it, so... Let's go back to my friend here before I get caught. See if we can find Lady Marjorie or anybody like that. Cersei.
Bird?
close.
The cock.
That's it.
No, that's terrible.
You're the one telling the joke, remember?
I think that's everything. So they should show us the coronation soon. Should be pretty awesome. I don't know why things are entertaining in live action that you've like already seen, but I didn't even get to see, if you do skip back to Joffrey's wedding, unfortunately you don't get to see the whole scene again, but you do get to see the reactions from the crowd and so on, which is something that you don't really look at, and that's one of the reasons why I like doing this. So like I said, it's kind of a different angle. So let's go talk to him. He's still dealing with Ironwood.
Lord Andros?
Mira Forrester, did you come to poke your nose in my business once again? You have a nasty habit of doing that.
You and Lord Morgren don't seem to be getting along. Something the matter?
Lord Morgren? That is none of your concern.
Lady Mira, you have no idea what you're up against.
Why don't you tell me then?
You think you and your friend Morgren scare me?
Who said Morgren was my friend?
Don't play innocent with me. I know what he's planning.
You can tell him that either you both stay out of my way,
Or I'll do much worse than drive him out of business. Good day, Lady Mira.
So Morgan's no help. I think. I mean, he said he was out of the...
Please, if you'll excuse me. Lady Mira, I'm impressed
Impressed with what?
that you aren't currently locked in a cell. I trust this means that you took care of that contract. How did you do it, if I may ask? I wasn't expecting to see you again, if I'm being honest.
If I tell you how I did it, what's in it for me?
Nothing. But I admire the gall. I do believe King's Landing is rubbing off on you. So, what have you been up to? Enjoying yourself? Though I suppose if you're talking to me.
I have a message from Lord Andros for you.
And what would that be?
He said he'd do much worse than drive you out of business.
That insufferable.
What did he mean by that?
It seems Andros has already roped you into this mess. If you must know, I've been pushed out of the Ironwood business.
Oh.
All thanks to my partner. Bloody imbecile. Andros is now Lord Whitehill's exclusive contact in King's Landing. No matter the fact that I introduced them in the first place.
Do you know what Lord Andros is planning?
He's acquired a large amount of gold, but I haven't the slightest idea what he intends to buy with it. Whatever it is, he's managed to get a Lannister involved.
A Lannister?
Lannisters and gold. It's not
He
good.
may only be a third cousin, but he's a Lannister all the same.
Rickard, are you done flirting with that handmaiden? We need your opinion here.
Leave him alone.
Please excuse me.
Who else can I talk to? I thought that guy was all by himself. Did I make a wrong turn? Is the wine back here? It is.
Excuse me. Lyman Lannister?
Shit. You startled me. As if I don't already have enough to deal with.
Here, let me help.
Oh,
That's very
she's
kind
in
of
with
you.
another
Thank you.
Lannister.
But I'm fine. I just get clumsy sometimes. I'm afraid you have me at a disadvantage, Lady
Mira.
Lady Mira. I'm not used to being approached so boldly. But I'm glad you did. I always feel a bit out of place at big gatherings like this. So, what brings you over here? I'm not the best company, I'm afraid.
From what I hear, you're in the business of making rather important deals happen.
Well, I don't know about that.
Come on, don't be modest.
Is she trying to
I
flirt?
really shouldn't talk about it. Andros came to me in confidence. You understand. He wouldn't be pleased, I'm sure.
If you like, you can whisper it in my ear.
Well, I suppose I could just...
Lyman, what do you think you're doing?
What? Nothing.
You stay away from him.
Andros, we were just talking.
You were just talking to Mira Forrester.
Forrester? I didn't realize.
My lord?
Let me say this as plainly as I can. Don't ever meddle in my affairs again!
Bounce,
Lady
Chico.
Marjorie.
Oh, I'm in so much trouble.
Lady Marjorie.
That was loud, too. I'm like 3 inches from getting locked up here.
Lady Mira? That was quite a scene over there. Are you all right?
I'm fine. I can handle Lord Andros.
It's Lyman I was worried about.
What do you mean?
Honestly, that story isn't fit for a maiden's ears. Just be careful around him. All right?
How about we trade? There must be something I can tell you.
There is something. I'm curious about Sarah. Your help could save me a lot of embarrassment.
Oh, no.
I'd be very grateful, Lady Mira.
What do you want to know about Sarah?
Sarah Durwell. Interesting name, that. Funny thing is, the last Durwells died off almost 200 years ago. What can you tell me about her family? Something isn't quite right, but I'm not sure. You must understand.
I've met the Durwells when I was at Highgarden.
Oh?
They're a small house these days, but very well regarded.
Ah, right. Well, that's a relief. For a moment, I thought...
And now, Lord Tarwick, it's your turn.
Right. Lyman Lannister.
That's why everyone loves the Northerners.
10 years ago, Lyman was injured at the tourney at Lannisport. He took a bad fall from his horse. Needed milk of the poppy for weeks just to keep from screaming.
Oh.
And between us,
Embarrassing.
he's never stopped drinking the stuff. Can't stop, actually. He spent all his money trying to get more. The man can't go a day without it.
So that's why he shakes.
You mustn't repeat that, Lady Mira. I shouldn't even know about it. Besides, Lyman suffered enough embarrassment.
I won't tell. I promise.
Good. I'd hate for Lord Andros to trace this back to me.
You learned that from Andros.
The man's mouth is bigger than the Blackwater. has no idea. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some arrangements to make. Lady Mira.
About that. I'm 1 or 2 seconds off, but it's very close. It's almost like I'm there. Let's see if I can do anything else here. Apparently I have to talk to him from behind the thing.
Lord Lyman, we really need to talk.
I know what you're up to. I won't discuss my business with Andros, so please, just leave me alone. You've landed me in enough trouble.
Look at you. You're shaking.
It's an old injury.
But there's more to it than that, isn't there?
What are you saying?
Uh-oh. Am I going
Either
for
tell me what you
blackmail?
want, or go bother someone else.
I know about your situation, Lyman. How you were hurt in Lannisport. How painful that must have been.
You don't know what you're talking about.
It's no wonder you still need milk of the poppy.
No, I've never...
It can't have been easy.
Andros has been holding that over my head for years.
Then don't let him.
Andros was wrong about you, Lady Mira. You're kind. And you should know what he's... I should warn you. Andros is hiring sellswords. Hundreds of them.
What?
Hundreds.
He's building an army for Lord Whitehill,
Ooh,
big
we'll
enough
take
to
that.
march against Ironrath. But Andros is doing it in secret. No one knows. Or at least, he doesn't want anyone to know. I told him I'd keep quiet, but...
And you're helping him.
Yes, I've helped gather the men, but that doesn't... It's only fair that you know, Lady Mira. What you do with it is up to you. But I'd better get my affairs in order.
What did I tell you?
I've had enough of this, Andros. She showed me what you've been doing. I'm done.
That was close. I was afraid it was going to explode and the other guy would notice. Uh-oh. I'm right by a ledge. I'm going to get pitched off.
You've just made a very grave error. Very grave indeed. You realize that, I hope.
Don't tell me you're afraid of a handmaiden.
She's getting into politics. With chicks, it's social, so it's kind of like hard to see the impact that they have. But it's interesting her role in this. Okay, we're gonna cut here. We will probably catch up to Jon Snow, so I'll pop it back
You
on.
know where you're going.
So this is what to play next. Drop
What's
us a
up?
like and subscribe and get more.